Hi, everybody. This is Tim Mai, CEO and founder of DoDeals.com. I am excited to announce to you something really big that's coming. Coming to a theater near you, right? Or more specifically, coming to you through DoDeals.com. We are kicking off a big project called the DoDeals University, and our main goal with the DoDeals University is to continue to help you succeed in real estate investing, helping you taking your business from either have not done any deals yet and just getting started, or have done some deals but haven't made your first $1 million online yet. And our goal is to help 1 million real estate investors to become the next real estate millionaires. And I'm really excited to launch this project off, and as we launch this project off and bringing on the experts, we're gonna be bringing on faculties, experts, teachers, mentors, coaches to help you to make that to achieve that dream of becoming the next real estate millionaire, because that was my dream not that long ago, back in 2002, when I first got laid off from my business, my IT job at that time. And so today on the line with us, I have Dan Nichols, and Dan is the nation's foremost real estate investing business mentor out there. Right? He's like the best guy when it comes to to helping newbie investors who haven't done a deal or done a few deals but haven't done deals consistently, taking them, helping them, and training them to become the next real estate millionaire. And so I'm really excited to have Dan on the line with us. And Dan, say hi to everybody real quick.
Hey to everybody. I'm glad to be here. I think we both have been struggling trying to come up with a name, and the closest I can get right now, Tim, would be the Real Estate Investor's Tactical Advisor. How to get your boots on the ground and make it happen.
Awesome. Yes. And so, so Dan is not only a real estate investor tactical advisor, he's also a real estate broker and a real estate investor himself as well, which is extremely important. So he knows where you come from. He's been where you've at, and Dan is one of the first faculties that we're bringing on to help us launch this project. And so Dan is going to play a really major role in all of this, and being the lead faculty advisor that's going to be helping me and my team to help you, because that's the whole main goal here is for us to come together as a team to help you succeed in your real estate business. And so I'm really excited about that. And Dan has a lot of experience in real estate investing, as well as he's a serial entrepreneur. He has started and ran many of his own businesses. Until recently he was the lead business coach of YoungEntrepreneur.com, which is the largest 18 to 35-year-old entrepreneur social networking forum on the internet. And Dan was a lead business coach in that. And Dan has also had some books and courses to teach entrepreneurs how to get unstuck from their business, as well as another course that he has called the Lemonade Stand Simple. And it's about how to set up your business in a very systematic, simple ways of focusing on doing a few easy, simple things that is going to get you the most result. The 80% of the results, doing the 20% of the thing. And so Dan is an expert at keeping things very simple for you, which I'm really excited. Because that's who I am too. I like to keep things really simple. I like to do a few easy things that's gonna get me the most amount of results. I'm not interested in big complicated things and big complicated ideas. I just want simple things that's gonna get me the most result, because if it's too complicated, chances are I won't take action on it. I won't do anything with it. Just sit on my shelf. And so, I'm sure you might have experienced that as well. And so I like to keep things simple, and Dan likes to keep things simple. And that's how he does it. He takes people by the hand and literally take them from inaction, from not doing any deals to getting the momentum kick off and doing deals, not just doing their first deal, but to consistently do their deals every single month, multiple deals a month to get that cash flow consistently coming in every single month, because that's what real estate investing is about, folks. It's not about working your ass off and make money only when you're able to work. It's about having real estate to eventually become a passive income source for you, so that way, whether you're working or you're out there in Hawaii somewhere, in the Philippines somewhere, hanging out with me, it doesn't matter, that money will continue to flow into your business. And so I'm really excited about that. And also too, Dan recently was was a featured keynote speaker of a really big national real seminar business called the Get Motivated seminar. You might have heard about that or have seen it or been to it, that Peter Lowe and his organization has and promotes throughout the years here. And I think I cover as much of as much of what I can remember about Dan. I'm sure Dan has a lot more experience than that, a lot more credibility and things to share than that. And so, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Dan Nichols. Dan, yay!
Hey. Hey, I just want to let everybody know that I'm glad to be here. You mentioned a lot of my entrepreneurial experience, so I don't necessarily have to go back through all of that. But just to share the real estate side for a second, because that's germane to your audience, to our audience here, is ever since I was a little kid, I had this thing for real estate. I remember the first time I saw Dave Delgado, who was arguably one of the first real estate guru guys on television. And I remember thinking, like, that is the coolest thing. That's what I want to do. I want to have margaritas under a veranda. I didn't even know what margaritas were at the time, but the whole idea, I think he was in Hawaii and he had the ocean behind him and, like the women with bikinis all around him and all that. I'm thinking, that's cool. I like that. And I just think something about the process appealed to me. I thought it was cool. I think entrepreneurially, that's a big piece for all of us, though, is that really what we like is the process. Like a vintner making wine, I'm digressing a bit. Does he really care about the end wine glass? Sure he does, but what he really likes is the process making it. That's what really lights that vintner up, setting up all that stuff. So anyway, I love the entrepreneurial process. I love creating. And I've been an entrepreneur, I think, since I first saw that I could do it. And I think that's when entrepreneurs are born, when they see the possibility of them actually becoming an entrepreneur. Right. And maybe you never know where you're going to get that from. I had my dad drove a high-low for a living here in the Detroit area, and I'm still here. In fact, I've got over a foot of snow out there. But and my dad on the weekends would install carpet. And I always thought, well, that's pretty cool. He'd make some extra money, and sometimes he'd go out at night and he'd do the same thing. And then I had an uncle that had a print shop. My grandfather bought both my uncle's print shops at some point way back in the day in the 70s. And I worked at these print shops and I helped my uncles. And I remember thinking, I like my uncles. They're great guys, but I don't really know that they're any brighter than I am. I think I could do this too. I could have my own business. So, that's when the light bulb went off for me. Took my first real estate investment class at 16 years of age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the second I got my I got my driver's license, not my real estate investors. But once I got my driver's license, I was signed up for a college course out at a place, a half hour away from here, and took my first course. Bought my first house at 21. I just wanted to save up money. I started a lawn maintenance business out of high school. I did that for 5 years, and then went into the entertainment industry. And so I just have always had a thing for real estate. But at some point in there, Tim, for about 10 years, I froze up. And I didn't do anything. I kept thinking about real estate, but I didn't do it. I just got stuck. And as the author of Getting Unstuck, I spot it because I got it. Like I see it in other people because I have it too. I mean, that's part of the human existence, right? The humanity, we all share different shades of each other. And so I can understand somebody's struggles in a lot of ways, especially you real estate investors, because I've been through them. I froze up at the offer. I've sat there right across from somebody ready to do a deal and completely froze up and said, "Hey, I got to talk to my partner," and I didn't even have a partner. But I got to get back to you. So I've been there, done that. I know what it's like to get all freaked out about this stuff and to feel stuck. And it's only through my own introspection that I can share the stuff that I'm going to share with the audience here, with the people listening right now, and I really hope that, you know, moving forward, I can help to make a lot of you move forward. And my mantra, if you will, is teaching people to stay motivated, not get motivated, but stay motivated. And you do that through your psychology, but stay motivated, stay grateful, and play large. And those are three big pieces that I find people, those are the three big components there, is staying motivated, staying grateful, and playing large.
That's awesome. Yes, I totally agree with that. Extremely important. Now, I know you have a family too as well, so share with us a little bit about that.
I've got an awesome 5-year-old little girl. Took us 6 years to get her, and she's totally cool. She's a major handful, and I know you've got some children too, because I've heard them in the background. Not today, but in the past. I've begged my wife. I said, please, honey, please keep it down. We're renovating our house right now, so things are a little. It's another reason why we got a backdrop, you know. So things are a little torn up, and I'm in Michigan. We spend a lot of times in the summertime going up north into northern Michigan. Have a cabin up there on a cool private lake, and it's just awesome. And I think my heart, though, is somewhere south of here. I think I'd like to be more Florida, or, you know, somewhere where there's more warmth. I don't like the cold weather so much, but I certainly like northern Michigan.
Well, you're definitely welcome to Texas and Houston more specifically. And you were talking about being unstuck, entrepreneurs being unstuck, and I know that through surveys and talking to our clients, that a lot of our clients are in that situation where, you know, they, for whatever reason, they just couldn't get themselves to have done any deals yet. And even the ones that have done a deal or two, or have done some deals, haven't been able to consistently, you know, generating the kind of income that that they should be generating from their real estate investing business, and certainly haven't made their way to to making the first $1 million in real estate yet. And so can you share with everybody, like, the top three most important thing that that a real estate investor should know to so that way they can take themselves getting unstuck from haven't done a deal yet, or haven't done just a few deals but not consistently, so taking them from no deals or not consistent deals to be able to do deals consistently and be on their way to making their first $1 million in real estate. Can you share with them about that?
Sure. Let me give you an analogy first. If I'm a heart surgeon, and I'm an experienced heart surgeon, when I cut open the chest cavity to access the heart, I know I've got to do something once I get in there and get the heart. I've got to do something, whether it's clean out a valve or something, right? I got to fix something in there. I know what to do with it when I get in there. So the more I know what to do with it when I get in there, the more comfortable I am getting in there. I'm now, let's pretend, rewind 20 years. I'm now a first-year med student, or maybe even a pre-med student. I've got a scalpel. I know where the heart's located. I can get in there. I've even got the little saws. I can get in there. But I've got no idea what I'm going to do once I do get in there. And that's critical. I find that most real estate investors, when they get stuck, first and foremost, it's the psychology. We've discussed that. But let's give you tactical, make it happen sort of strategies here. Boots on the ground, as I like to say. You've got to start with the end in mind. You've got to know where you want to go once you get the property. Okay, so I would say that would be number one, first and foremost. If I was to lay out three different things, that would be number one. You've got to know. And then number two, you've got to, out of that is, once you've determined your exit strategy, if you will, what you're going to do once you get the property, what you actually do when you got the heart in your hand, you've got to determine with your current capabilities, that is cash and time and knowledge, what can you do? What can you do? Do you have enough cash to hold on to the property for an extended period of time? Maybe you need to do a flip because you need to, get some of your cash back faster. Maybe you can afford to rent it out. I don't know. Is a lot of your capital or your asset or your money or the money you borrowed, Is it going to be needed? Is somebody going to need it back right away? Are you going to need it back right away to do another deal or for some other expense in your life? So you've got to look and measure your current capacity, you know, with time, money, and understanding, and then buy the deal that's right for you. So those are your first two things. Just to kind of go back through that is, number one, you've got to know what you're going to do when you get there. And then number two, you've got to have the strategy. You've got to know exactly what you're looking for, because it's like pieces of the puzzle. They got to fit together.
Right.
They got to fit together. And then you find the strategy that works for you. Now, here's the deal, though. You may not know a zillion strategies, which leads me to number three. And that is, stop spending so much time thinking and start spending a little more time doing.
Right.
Tim, you and I discussed that. And you were talking about how you'll find that people will spend 80% of their time doing the things that only produce 20% of the results.
Right.
I know real estate investors, or wannabe real estate investors, that will spend most of their day deciding how they're going to set up their QuickBooks. And they'll spend months on setting up their QuickBooks because it's going to be perfect to collect those rent checks. They'll spend another, and I know this because I've done this. I've been there. Hello, They'll take every single possible course you could imagine, because you never know when they're going to need that special strategy. Right? I mean, they will kick every single car tire in the world, right? I mean, they'll just keep doing it. They will visit 50 homes looking for that perfect deal. I mean, think about that. And I'm talking to you. I love to use the finger here. I'm talking to all of you out there right now. So I would say you've got to do it. And Tim and I were discussing this concept, and this was something that Tim actually said to me. I thought it was brilliant. And Tim forgot he said it to me, but here's what he said. This is where the wisdom comes from. He said, Dan, most of the real estate investors, or people in any capacity, entrepreneurs at all, keep thinking there's a shortcut. What they don't really get is the shortcut looks like a shortcut. I actually wrote an article after we hung up the phone the other day on this, Tim. It looks like a shortcut to the onlookers, to the people on the sidelines, because they say, oh, look he's doing it. It's right in front of them. He's doing it, or she's doing it. That's the shortcut. Doing it.
Right.
And you know what? If you fail, if you end up short, I'll tell you what, that'll be a lot less miserable to have failed on that first deal than to look back at your life 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now saying, I wish I would have done something. Because that's a lot more painful. I say that there's nothing more painful than regret when you're too old to do anything about it.
Right. And when you have when you have the right mentors, the right advisor on your team, and certainly all of you guys have access to us, I have never been into a deal where I completely fail in terms of not where I feel like I fell. What happens is that you run into obstacles, and if you just ask the right person, they will help you work through those obstacles, and you find your way through it. So, it's not really like failure in terms of complete disasters. I'm sure that has happened, but that only happened to people who don't get advice from mentors, But if you get into a deal and you get stuck somewhere, you can always reach out to our team to help you through those deals, and we have always been very good with that. We're kind of proud of ourselves for doing that, because that's who we are about. We are about helping our clients do deals. That's why our whole name is DoDeals.com, right? And so we've always reached out. We've always welcomed people to ask us to help them through each deal. And so your chance of failing in your real estate business with our help is extremely slim, because we're going to help you through those obstacles. And it could be that, it's not a good deal to begin with, and so the deal falls apart. So that's like the worst case in terms of failing. Other than that, we just have to know how to structure the deal correctly, and making it a win-win for everybody that's involved in the deal. Or worst case scenario, which I found, like when I first got started in real estate investing, on my first few deals, my entire objective was, I don't care to make a single penny in these first few deals. I just want to learn how it was done. And so what I did was I went out there looking for the deals, and I went out there looking for the more experienced investors and said, hey, look, I have these deals, I have these leads. I just want to see how you get them done and make money on it. I just want to watch what you do. And so coming from that approach, you get yourself into action and you have literally zero risk because someone else is doing the deals and they'll pay you a referral fee, a bird dog fee, or a small wholesale fee for you to learn, so you can actually get paid learning this whole thing. So yeah.
Yeah, Tim, I think that is hands down, and this is coming from a guy that's done it. Hands down, I used to call that starting a business the way 007 would. And what I meant by that was go in and investigate and do your detective work, and what's even cooler than that, if you can learn from a mentor who you're bringing a deal to, that's the coolest way going, period. I mean, I look back at it now, I don't regret that I did it the way I did it. But I think, geez, if I had a bird dog kind of situation with somebody, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because, I mean, and here's the big piece here. Here's the big piece. Remember how I was talking about how growing up, I had an uncle that had a printing business, and my dad had this carpet installation, the business that he'd do on the side. That's when the light bulbs went off because I saw him doing it.
Mm.
And that's what bird dogging does. It allows them to have the light bulb go off. They go, oh, I just saw what Tim did.
Right.
Or I just saw what Bill did or Jen did or whatever. And the light bulb goes off. That's what they need to do. That's why when I was a business consultant with a now defunct organization called the Detroit Entrepreneurship Institute. Really cool thing. We basically took people in the city, and I was part-time, just kind of helped them out. And we helped them to get their businesses going. And they would get a small micro loan at the end of a couple $1,000. And one day I got called into the office of the founder, and she said to me, Dan, what are you doing differently with the clients? I said, Kathy, what I'm doing differently is I'm not sitting there talking to them about balance sheets and cash flow statements for two reasons. Number one, accounting is the only class I dropped in college. And two, because that's not what makes people move.
Right.
What makes people move is letting light bulbs go off in their heads. You think that they can go ahead and be an accountant if those are the things that excite them, cash flow statements. But entrepreneurs, we need to have light bulbs go off. That's what helps us get bigger. That's what helps us grow large. So that's the thing I do is I would actually take them, literally, Tim, take them by the hand. Now, I can't do that for everybody here in the audience, but I would take them by the hand and I would go do what they needed to do. One lady had a cheesecake business. She made the most amazing cheesecake. She kept getting all bottlenecked around the holidays with orders from everywhere, right? But then what'd she do the rest of the 9 months of the year, right? When there wasn't a Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter. Right. She didn't have any business. I said, let's get you some restaurant business where you're getting regular, consistent cash flow and orders. So what I do, I took her to the restaurant. I had one guy that wanted to start a hand car wash. I took him and we bought a building. I took him literally, get in my car seat, let's go. And we drove to the building. We looked up the records, found out who owned that building, and we bought the building on a land contract with $1 down.
Awesome.
That's the stuff that matters, is going out and doing. And that's the trick, Tim. That's the shortcut that they're missing, is that you got to go do it. That's the shortcut. That's it. So the long cut is worrying about your next .com name. The long cut is worrying about how your business card is going to look. That's the long cut. The shortcut is doing it.
Right.
Completely opposite of kind of a default mentality. Completely opposite.
Right. So I don't know if I've cut you off on your third point, or was that?
No, my third point, just kind of looking here, was just stop spending so much time thinking about what you're going to do and do it. And here's one piece that I missed is I promise you, with Tim Mai as my witness, that you won't see the shortcut is in doing if you don't cut short the agony of thinking about investing in real estate.
That's powerful. I like that.
Yeah, the agony isn't thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. And it's very cliche, but just do it. There's a lot of wisdom in that three little words. Just do it. That's it, man. Get out and do it. And Tim, I'm in your camp on that whole thing about failure. I'm an entrepreneur, man. If I fail at something, I don't recognize it as me. I recognize it as an event, something that happened.
Right.
That's what I meant by that.
Right. And to write on your just do it. If you've been reading our emails, you would notice that lately we sign off our signature line as "Let's do it," And so this whole thing, this whole project that we're kicking off with the DoDeals University, and and you're gonna see more projects coming out of us this year here, is it's all around. Let's do it together. Let us help you, implement in your business. I mean, that's why I have Dan here. That he's gonna be helping me throughout this entire year, and and hopefully for a long time to come here. And we're going to be bringing on more mentors and coaches and faculties that's going to help us bring expanding the DoDeals family, and let's all do it together, so that way that we are always here to help you, and we're going to be here to help you through webinars, through training videos like this one here, through articles, through our emails, through various different ways, or even our support line, our hotline, for whenever you have a deal you're working on and you need us to help you. Just know that we are here to help you. And so let's do it, together. Let's do it together, so that way you don't have to think that you have to do this on your own. And so I wanted to sort of tweak that "just do it" to be "let's do it." And know that we are here for you. We've always been here for you, and we'll continue to be here for you. We're very committed to your success, and so that's why I have Dan on the line with us today as well. And like I said, Dan's gonna help me. He's gonna be the one that's going to teach on a regular basis, as well as interview other experts and other faculties, other coaches and mentors as well, to help me with that as well, so that way we can have more content available to you, more opportunities for you to learn and implement what you learn. And that's extremely important, is the implementation part, right? The shortcut to your success is in implementation. And so so Dan's going to help me with that. So I'm really excited about this entire project. And so with that, Dan, do you have anything else you would like to say to everybody, and we'll kind of wrap up this video?
Yeah, I like metaphors and analogies a bit. I think they're interesting because they stick. I think that a lot can be learned from this real simple analogy. So you wake up in the morning on Christmas morning, and you're a little kid, and you've got this remote control car. Coolest thing in the world. You got the controller in your hand. There's the car, but mom and dad forgot the batteries.
Oh.
I bring the juice. I bring the batteries. I connect those things for you. That's what I do. You can have the greatest remote control car. You can have the greatest real estate information program, or 20 of them, or a whole room full like Tim does back there behind him. You can have all that. But if you don't have the juice, if you don't have the batteries, that piece that connects it, it ain't happening. And that's what I do. I help you to connect that stuff. That as a tactical advisor. I mean, that's the real estate investor's tactical advisor. I'm going to help give you these tactics and strategies to move forward to make this happen. And that's one of the things I do as a real estate, as a business consultant to investors. I've got a program for that. As you had mentioned, Lemonade Stand Simple is just a process that I go through. I'll just throw out a couple of websites. Probably the easiest one for me as an entrepreneur is to give you my portal. I just call it my portal. I just got sick of trying to have 20 different websites to tell people about, so I just figured I'd do this. It's T as in Thomas. That's my first legal name, T, Dan Nichols, DANNICHOLS.com. It'll be on the screen, tdannichols.com. And then if you want, I've got a really cool program on the psychology of being stuck and how to get unstuck, and that's at blog.tdannichols.com. And it's free. I'm offering it to the students here, Tim. It's not something I do for free all the time, but it's a cool little thing I got going. It's blog.tdannichols.com. So
yeah, well, thanks. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing with everybody your website so they can reach out and learn more about you and the different products that you have. But one of the things that I want to make sure that this gets down to everybody's head is that what Stan's going to teach you is not really any more teaching so much, but it's not going to teach you more real estate strategies, more how-to, because chances are you have plenty of those. Right. Chances are you bought other courses already, you bought plenty of them already. The reason why I approached Dan to help me is because he has this incredible gift, this incredible talent of unlocking that unlocking that potential, or that mystery of whatever it was or whatever it is that's holding you back, that's getting you, that's keeping you stuck at where you are now of not doing any deals or not consistently doing deals. But he has this talent of being able to unlock that, and getting people unstuck from that so that way they can move on and do their first deal, and more importantly, do the deals consistently every month so that way they can bring in cash flow every month to support themselves and their family. And so I wanted to make sure that when you think of Dan, you think of of this guy holding this key to help you
The
get
battery,
unstuck.
Tim. The battery.
The battery, yes. The battery that's going to put some juice in you and getting you unstuck, and and start doing your deals, and start consistently bringing in cash flow for yourself and your family, and giving yourself that security that your family needs. And so with that, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Both Dan and I look forward to doing more videos like this and other training videos to help you, to become the next real estate millionaire that you deserve, and that I totally believe that you are able to do, because I've done it and I know you can do as well. And so thank you so much, everybody, and see you later.